Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we are stepping away from our usual unboxing and pickups routine. Instead, I have something important I want to share with all of you. Over the past 2.5 months, life has thrown serious challenges my way, turning my world upside down. You may not have noticed any changes since I continued to release a new video every week. However, the truth is that the majority of the video you have watched were actually created back in July. I only did one unboxing in August and two in September. It's time for me to fill you in on what's exactly been happening and how it's going to impact the future of the channel. Without further ado, let's dive into today's topic. In the beginning of June, I received a message from the property manager of my apartment. She broke the news that they were planning to sell the building. Therefore, there will be a wave of people coming to check the units. I've been living in this apartment for nearly 14 years. This isn't the first time the building has changed ownership. However, this was freaking annoying, especially some of them were quite rude. What really pissed me off was how they used my unit as a showcase for potential buyers. Given that I work remotely, this seriously disrupted my daily routine. I was not happy about it. Eventually, they found a new buyer in the beginning of August. I recall it was the first Friday of August. I was ready to enjoy the weekend with my family. We had spent the afternoon shopping when I received a text message from the new owner. He told me he would visit the building in the evening to meet us. We immediately headed back home and waited for his arrival. However, that motherfucker arrived at least an hour late. I thought we were going to talk about new lease, but things took an unexpected turn. The new owner explained his intentions to renovate the unit in order to charge higher rent. As a result, he asked us to leave the property, giving us until the end of the year to find a new place. This approach is actually quite common when requesting tenants to move out. I had heard about it before, but I never thought it would happen to us. We then engaged in some negotiation, and in the end we reached a verbal agreement. If I decide to stay, my rent will skyrocket by 85% starting next year. That is a very ridiculous number. The unit we rent, a 2-bed, 1-bath apartment on a noisy street near the fire station, is undeniably overpriced. The price being asked by this greedy bastard is 20% above the local market value. For the same price, I can secure a 2-bed, 2-bath apartment with a balcony in a quiet neighborhood. After he left, I was filled with anger and frustration. We hadn't done anything wrong. We had been excellent tenants. Our rent was always paid on time and we never caused any trouble. That's why our two previous landlords offered us favorable rates. They wanted us to stay. I don't think this is what we deserved. That night I lay in bed and had trouble sleeping until the next morning. That was the moment when I realized I could be homeless. We only had a verbal agreement and I realized that things could still change. I discussed our options with my family. Apparently staying here is not the wisest choice. It's more likely that we should either find a more affordable place or look for an upgrade at a similar price. However, a dilemma arose. I had been planning to buy a house next spring. If I were to sign a new lease, I would have to wait for another year, which means moving again. Therefore, we decided to expedite our plans and purchase a house now. The very next morning, we got in touch with the realtor who has a history of working with my family, and our house hunting journey began. Fast forward to 8 weeks later, I closed my first house, and I'm now officially a homeowner. The transition from near homelessness to homeownership happened quickly. For my monthly payment, the mortgage plus property tax equals to the same amount as the new rent I was going to pay next year. Yes, I made a significant down payment, and there is a specific reason behind that, which I will explain later. Additionally, factoring in homeowners insurance and some utilities will slightly increase the monthly cost. The key point is that I may get a tax deduction on the interest and build equity with principal payments. In contrast, paying rent essentially means contributing to someone else's mortgage. Not to mention, once I pay off my mortgage, my monthly expense will significantly decrease, which I actually plan to do so in the very near future. My goal is to eliminate this mortgage in as early as next year. This is a summary of what's been happening in my life over the past 2.5 months. I must admit that the entire house purchase process was incredibly stressful. At the moment, I'm in the middle of the moving process, and I will be staying in my apartment until the end of October. With the move in full swing, I'm quite busy packing up my things. As a result, you might notice fewer videos from me for a little while. With that said, let's now discuss the future of the channel. First thing first, when will I be able to resume my regular upload schedule? Well, that depends on how quickly I can settle into the new place. During the move, I had to part with a lot of my furniture, which means I need a new desk, chair, and shelves. I'm hopeful that by mid-November, I will have everything in place, and we can get back to our regular unboxing videos. Additionally, I have got a pickups video that I would like to share with you before Thanksgiving. Beyond the regular content, there's a big project is in the pipeline. Ever since becoming a homeowner, there's one dream I've been eager to fulfill. That is building a game room. This project is something I have always wanted, and now I have the opportunity to make it happen. I'm planning to document the entire process, allowing you to see how a game room comes together from scratch. I will keep you updated on my progress and share the valuable insights I gain along the way. It promises to be a lot of fun, so stay tuned for what's to come. If you are currently in the market for a house, what I'm about to share might interest you. I want to discuss something I discovered during the house hunting process, something that the media doesn't tell you. I understand that many people are currently wondering whether it's a good time to enter the housing market or not. Are we on the verge of a housing crash? First and foremost, it's important to acknowledge that no one can predict the housing market, just as predicting the stock market remains a challenging task. Right now, whether on social media or YouTube, many people are discussing the possibility of a housing crash. However, if you check the videos those people made a year or two ago, you will find that they are essentially contradicting themselves now. I am not saying they provided incorrect information. Some of them might have, but what I am emphasizing is that there are numerous factors influencing the housing market. Most people only grasp a small portion of these factors and then make assumptions about a potential crash. It's crucial to make well-informed judgments based on the information you encounter. My suggestion is to buy it if you can afford and if it fits your current housing needs. As for me, I live in Illinois, where house prices are still rising. This is partly due to the fact that house prices didn't skyrocket in the past 3 years. The apartment I currently rent has only seen a 20% increase in its selling price over the past 6 years. If you look at the charts and factor in inflation, you will notice that the line is actually quite flat in Illinois. This indicates that the actual property value hasn't increased, and instead your money is depreciating. This isn't surprising, especially when you consider the amount of money the Fed has printed in the past 3 years. It seems like everyone wants something for nothing these days. Government is trying to kick the can down the road. I personally have concerns that our money may continue to depreciate. That's why I bought a house for my residence, securing my cash in real estate with a significant down payment. Alright, that's enough talking for today. Although I have much more to share with you. However, I don't want to turn this into a real estate video because after all, we are a video game channel. If anyone is interested in hearing more, perhaps we can discuss it in a future channel updated video. By the way, you have probably seen some footage of my gaming setup for the first and last time. By the time you watch this video, I will be close to finishing my packing, ready to start a new journey in my new place. That's it for this video. I hope to see you soon.